PlantX Vodcast, Episode 23, Recap.
Last April, we were still just a startup. We were just getting our website going. And to report revenue of already over $1.5 million a month should give you some indication of how explosive this space is that we're in. And that's why today we wanted to bring our CFO on, and we thought it'd be great for him to come and speak a little bit about those numbers. Lorne, welcome to the podcast.
Great. Thank you for having me here tonight, Sean. Have coffee each and every morning with some oat milk. And then there's always coffee that trickles down during the course of the day. But as you probably know, that afternoon coffee always comes with a chocolate chip cookie.
I don't know if you've had a chance to watch the Taste This series, but I think in episode 2, it was all about alternatives. I know originally you weren't a vegan or even on that path, although that's changed currently.
I was never really a plant-based eater. I had the regular, meat and potato type of meals. But as I started to get involved with PlantX and grow with PlantX and meet people that were immersed in this environment and in this culture, I started to become converted. Those misconceptions that I always had that it would never fill me, or, I was never a big fan of certain tastes. They're all now really becoming aligned with what we've been used to. I've been practicing in public practice for over 15 plus years. I'm a partner. I co-founded a firm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. But why I decided to get involved in PlantX was really the challenge and the opportunity to get involved in something that was going to have an impact and make a change. But where I specialized a lot of my time in public practice was always around tax and mergers and acquisitions. And we looked for great opportunities to bring into the PlantX umbrella. I think we're at the inception of what the plant-based community is going to have an impact on this world. We started this thing back in April of 2020, with 3 people, no sales. When we went out to pitch the company, and we had what I like to call our model to, kind of highlight what our projections were going to be. We always got that initial feedback that, your assumptions are aggressive and they seem to not be aligned with the industry. And, what gets me smiling each and every day is knowing that model was based on conservatism, based on what we knew at the time, and that we were able to achieve some of those numbers pretty quickly out of the gate. We're now really aligning ourselves to take advantage of those verticals and grow that top line. So with that $1.5 million sales that we reported last month, with a growth of almost 16% from the previous month, we're really starting to, see the demand for PlantX and the products that we offer. And it's starting to shift a little bit. Before it was like a 50-50 distribution based on plants and food and wholesale distribution. Now we're seeing it, kind of level to be a little bit more aligned with food and the ready-made and also our wholesale sales versus just plant sales, which were almost about 60% of our sales about a couple months back. So it's nice to see the demand is shifting. And, obviously what makes me smile is, those projections that we had at the early stages where people were telling us, no, you're never going to hit those, that we're able to hit it, within that first year of operations. The demand and the excitement in this space right now. When you visit a grocery store, you watch commercials on TV, which the fast food restaurants advertising the alternative to meat right now. That's exciting to see that people are now adopting this new lifestyle. So it's good that we offer, that education tool and, accompanied with, that brick and mortar, but also having our products on site where they can see it, touch it, or taste it. So we really have that unique offering. And I think that's, the exciting part of this. People ask me, why do we acquire brick and mortar when we're in a pandemic and we have, potential lockdowns? And we look at it as an opportunity, and we see it as that distribution hub. And, when we look at a company to acquire, it's not how much profit all the time. It's what could we do with it? How can we take some of those costs and convert it to, making it a production for us?
Our flagship location in Canada, Locavore, right? Look at that. Year over year, pre-COVID, we did better numbers, right? And that's unheard of. And even when people are saying brick and mortar, we're one of the industries that never closed during the pandemic. It was essential. And again, grocery was categorized as that. So at the worst of times, they stayed open. So I think that we're on a great path. And again, Lorne, thank you so much for all the hard work you put in.
I look forward to seeing what this company has to offer in terms of like what we're going to be putting out there and being part of that, next chapter of PlantX and working with a great team.
Till next week, stay curious, stay planted, stay healthy. Cheers.